Alright, YouTube, this is the start of part 2 to trying to repair this unit, make it workable again. I've got it charged with nitrogen up to 250 pounds and found the leak kind of by accident. I went ahead and soaped it all down with some cow blue and couldn't find the leak, couldn't hear the leak, so decided to go wash the thing off. I was going to try my UV dye next, and after we got it wet, I heard the leak. Then my son pinpointed it, and there it is down there, right at the connection. So I'm not really sure why my sniffer was going off. It indicated over here in this corner somewhere was a leak. Not really sure why it was going off right there. Who knows? But anyway, so now we have found a leak. I guess what I'm going to attempt to do is to unbraze this condenser and lay it on its side and cut away that heat shrink looks like they got on there, and try to apply some more solder to it, some more, not solder, but braze. I got some aluminum brazing rods. I mean, at this point, it doesn't hurt to try, that's for sure. I'm guessing since that's the issue there, these other joints, I guess I'll figure out once I get in there what it looks like. If it's a lot of corrosion or something, it might be worth me, just redoing them all four. But we'll see. When I get it tore down to that point, I'll come back and we'll check it out. All right, so as you can see, I've got the condenser out of the unit. We've got the problem area unsheathed as it would be here. Just some heat shrink that was on there. I wasn't really sure what I was going to find under here because as far as I've seen, nobody has really took the time to uncover why they, why it's leaking. They show that it's leaking at the joint. They claim that it's corrosion. But I'm not so sure that's the case because I peeled all this back, okay? It looks like they epoxy the heat shrink on here. Okay, I left this on so y'all can see. Here's the heat shrink, and then there's epoxy. And the copper joins with the aluminum right in here. I'm assuming that it is just a crimp connection. Or maybe it's aluminized. It's the joint's bigger down here. Maybe that's as far up as the brazing went. I'm not sure. But it's sealed from the air. So there's no corrosion in here. And even this, where it's soldered in, I thought this was going to be a copper pipe going in here into this aluminum, but it's not. It's aluminum pipe, or maybe it's aluminum coated copper. But anyways, so I put some pressure to this thing. I'm going to see if I can get it on camera. It's going to let me focus. Come on now. Don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys, but come on, I want to excuse the camera work, but I'm trying to focus in on this thing for you guys. Come on. Alright, well, it's not going to let me do it. But there's actually a hairline fracture right here. It's just above where the braze is. Good Lord, will this thing get some kind of focus back on it? Thank you. I wish you could do manual focus on, there we go. Maybe I can zoom in on it. There you go. Y'all can see the fracture. Very tiny, right there at the bottom. So it's actually fractured. So I don't know if this is from vibration. I don't know if it's the material's too thin. But that's the issue right there. So maybe this piping is too thin that they're using, or you know, if it's some kind of aluminum coated copper, you know, maybe the material is you know, being heated and it's being stressed out too much. I don't know, but so far the failures I've seen on these coils is here at this connection to the coil and in the tubing itself. Right in here. This main pipe, it seems to be pretty stout and there's not much problems in it. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try to see if I can braze this up a little bit. See if I can get the leak to stop and put it back in the machine. See if we can get it to hold pressure. Alright, so please forgive the nasty job I did on it, but honestly this is the first time I've ever done any brazing of any kind. But I managed to get it all over the crack. I had a hard time getting the rod to join with the aluminum already there. Not sure why. Don't really have a whole lot of practice brazing. But I did get the aluminum rods, so that's the right rods for the job. And I was able to pump it up to about 100, about 75 to 100 pounds. And I soak tested it, and it didn't leak. So, only thing now to do is put it back in the system and pump it up to the full 250 and see if it leaks. So, that's what we're going to do now. All right, we're back with the final part of this. So, you've seen the gob job I did on that bottom of that joint over there. And it held through the mild pressure test. Now, we've been sitting at 250 for a while. Right, still on the money, 250. So, my repair should be good at this point. Kind of a cool thing for me. This is the first time I've ever attempted anything like this. It's pretty horrific brazing joints, but they're holding. So, I guess that's what's important. They're holding. So, yeah. I guess that's it for this video. I'm going to put all these pieces together so y'all can see front to start to finish. I guess I'll go ahead and record one more part. I'll get it completely back together, charged up and running so that you can see that as well. And yeah, to me that's a successful repair. But I still don't like these micro channel coils. Like I said, from what I've seen online about them, nobody has anything good to say about them. And I don't like them much either. They seem just too cheap. And I mean, it's a good idea as far as using less refrigerant and less materials, takes up less space. But you're going to have to build it beefier. It's too thin right now, too weak. Really, this is kind of like another one of those trial and error things manufacturers do. They build something and sounds and looks good on paper, and they say, well, let's put it out in the real world and run it, see what happens. And it's not fair that we're the ones who have to float the bill for this. But I did kind of show that it is repairable, even by an amateur like me. Most technicians I've seen, they'll take their sniffer, and if it's leaking around there, or they soap it and it's leaking around there, they condemn the coil and get a new one. So, you know, $500-700 later, and it's repairable. Now, I don't know how long this repair is going to last, so don't go saying, oh, it's fixable. I've seen somebody do it, because I don't know how long this is going to last. Like I said from the beginning, this unit was dead to me anyway. I might as well throw it away, because I'm not going to spend $1,200 to have this whole job done, which I just did myself, and save myself $1,200. But there's no guarantee it's going to last. I've never seen anybody say that one of these coils lasts longer than 3 years. So, you know, this is just me trying to get some more life out of this machine, is all it is. I will never buy another one like it. So it is what it is. But the point of this whole video series was to, one, make you guys aware of what a microchannel coil is, what the problems are, and where they usually fail. And I was just taking a shot in the dark to see if it's repairable or not. So at this point, it's fixed. I don't know how long it's going to stay fixed. But what I will do is, when it breaks again, not if, but when, I'm sure it will, I'll record another video then, and we'll track down the leak and see if it's where my repair was, or if it's in another location. So I'll keep you guys updated on this thing, and we'll see how long my repair lasts. Alright, YouTube, I'm going to get this thing back together and charged up, and then we'll see her running. Alright, here we are. It's 2 days later. I did this repair the day before Thanksgiving, and I just left my gauges on it, and here we are the day after Thanksgiving, and as you can see, it's still above 250 where I left it. So 2 days, hasn't lost a single ounce of pressure. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain off this nitrogen, pull a real good vacuum on it, and charge it up and get her running again. So we'll be back. Alright, YouTube, this is the last part of it. I'm going to edit all these and put them together, but got the unit charged up, been running here for about an hour. Got the charge finally adjusted, and she's been working great. Sitting here running nice and quiet. Everything's staying rock solid. So I'm going to call this a successful repair. It's funny, it took a little bit less refrigerant than the factory said it needed. Factory said it needed 5 pounds, 4 ounces, and I've ended up putting 4 pounds, 8.4 ounces in it. And that got me dead on with my superheat. So, pretty cool. But I'm going to put this thing back into service, and we'll see how long it lasts. I'll make sure to make another video when it does break, and we'll see, number one, how long it takes until it does break, and number two, where did it break? Did it break where my repair was, or did it break somewhere else? So until then, YouTube, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and that's it. We'll talk at you later.